Welcome to Tales of Nowhere, a Table of RPG podcast. I'm Spencer and I play Isaac.
I'm Thane. I'm Eric and I play Thane. Diedrich.
Wouldn't it be crazy if we did an episode where our characters were playing
Us?
a modern day D&D where with playing us as us?
Yeah.
Wow.
That would be awesome.
Jobs and offices.
Yeah.
I'm Kelsey and I play Kieran.
My name's Alex, and I play Charles, the librarian Hondo.
And last but not least, most important member of our group, the tenaciously tedious DM keeper,
I like it. Let's deal with it.
Joshua. And with that, we'll hand it off to him as the Tales of Nowhere podcast officially begins.
Music. Previously on the Tales of Nowhere.
Alice died.
She was consumed
Mm-hmm.
by the bug. monster.
Skeletonized.
It was really icky.
Mhm.
Thane tried to pull her out and pulled out her arm.
I saved her arm.
And we escaped the cabin with books in the car.
We watched Isaac fail.
And I did a really bad job.
Isaac got the flamethrower and
He
burnt
did
the
shoot it.
cabin.
Yeah.
With the
The
ray
cabin probably burned down.
With the ray gun.
Probably did.
Probably did. You did shoot it with the ray gun. Good point.
We had another valiant escape.
That's a good way of saying you ran away.
Until the car broke down.
and no one knew how to fix it.
And
For some
Hondo was
reason.
sadder about that than he was about Alice.
No
Seriously.
one told Hondo about gas. No one thought to tell him about that.
Luckily, we broke down right in front of the Bunker Hill Motel.
Not creepy at all.
Until we went to sleep.
Super
well,
creepy.
hang on. After we learned it, we took the books into the hotel room and learned
We learned about the Elder
the
Sign.
Elder Sign,
Right.
which closes portals to other worlds.
And it looks like a pentagram.
Mm-hmm.
I found a spell that could give me a magic sword, but I need a sword for it.
But most importantly, we learned how to make space mead.
That doesn't need an explanation.
And then we all went to bed.
We all had the same nightmare.
Exact
Yeah, that's
same
true.
nightmare.
And I gained a brand shining new phobia.
Yay! A fear of.
Being bound or tied up.
What's it called?
Marinthophobia. Marinthophobia.
Marinthophobia.
And then, just as we were about to go back to sleep, Gaily Ann saw a rattly doorknob in their hotel room.
Someone was at the door.
But no one was at the door.
I opened the door and no one was there.
All right. You guys, do you go back to sleep that night?
Is it midnight? What time is it?
Hondo's- Hondo's
it's
still
like
outside.
not midnight, but it's like early morning, like 1 o'clock.
It's like, yeah, one. Okay.
It's officially Halloween.
Hondo's still outside looking around.
Nothing happens to mine and Thane's door, right?
Nope.
I go and start trying to open your guys' door.
I step through the door right at face level.
Through the door? You stab?
Yeah.
Okay. Hondo reflex in time.
Wait,
Is that really happening?
none of that happens
No, I
because
do
you're
jiggle the door.
temporarily insane.
You come over to our door and start jiggling the handle.
And then knocking. I will knock as well.
Okay, I open the door. Oh, hey, it's Hondo.
Hey guys, did you just try to get into our room?
No, I was trying to help Thane. He, well, I mean, I had it too, but
You had
Did you
what?
guys dream that?
Dream what?
Your face? My face? Were you guys tied up?
no, your face
I
didn't.
go over to the other door and say, "Girls, they had it too. The creepy shit dream."
I don't know
Oh.
why you guys aren't more freaked out about
We
this.
all had the same nightmare. Oh, when I was a kid, I had this dream with the clown. It was way worse.
Yeah, but we're all having it the same. That means something, right?
I just found this out now. I'm still reeling from that information intake.
Should we ask someone else if they had the same dream? There's no one else here, right?
Hey, Edgar!
What about Gail? Did she have it?
She's been in the corner drawing.
This whole time?
Yeah, she doesn't really look up.
All right. Hondo walks over to Gail to see what she's drawing.
She's drawing a picture of the faceless Egyptian.
I just grab the picture, and I say, "Did you guys see this?" And I bring it over to their door. Are you guys coming to our room? I don't
Yeah,
want to have to
think
keep
we
walking
sneak
back and
in
forth.
when-
Yeah.
yeah. No, I want you to keep walking back.
Did you guys see this? They didn't see it. Guys. They didn't see it over there. Did
I
you
can
guys
see you like ripping it out of her hands. She's still drawing, and you're just like,
I
look at
ripped it.
this.
I did.
Look at it.
There's a pencil mark.
This
all
is
the
what
way
I
down.
saw, guys. And yeah, it trails off.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, aside from the mark going all the way down, that's exactly the dude.
You didn't see this piece of lace coming off?
I
of this?
didn't know. Did you?
Yeah, I saw that.
Is this what took your face off?
Yeah, it did.
Actually, Kieran.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, do we realize that we just experienced exactly what her memories that were taken away?
Yeah.
We were all in the room where
It's not
when
everything
she
that happened
explained
to you, but the part where you were bound down and you were staring into the
portal.
that part definitely happened.
The person that was doing that to her was someone else, right?
Yeah.
Someone that might rhyme with Beyonce.
I'm more impressed that Hondo knows who Beyonce is.
He's a big fan.
Hondo's hip, no big deal. Is that the same thing that happened to you with
Yes, the
Insert name here. It's 3 names. One of them is Gibb. Lucas something Gibb.
Lucas Erland Gibb?
But you don't remember the faceless Egyptian happening before.
yeah, that part's new.
Well, yeah, you still have a face.
Thane's just freaking out walking around the room.
We all got freaked out because we all heard that story, and then we just had the dream.
Y'all woke up at the same time. Woke up.
Well, I woke up because of this guy.
You woke up because of him.
Well, I don't know. It just happened at the same time. I heard him scream, and he was running around. I had
Alright, and I woke up with Gay Leanne grabbing my hand. Okay, maybe we just
It's been really traumatic day. This place isn't good. It's not right. It's gonna affect us.
Somebody did still
Um,
try to open our door.
right. You guys didn't. I looked outside, and no one was there.
So what do we do about that? Should we track him down?
Taste the wood.
It's
Taste
a little
the wood.
creepy that we all woke up from a creepy ass nightmare, the same creepy ass nightmare, and then someone's trying to open our door.
Yeah, it is. I'm glad someone's finally noticing that.
What about this little adventure of ours hasn't been creepy?
What if you guys join us in this room and we put a dresser up against the door?
If I can take one of the beds, I'll do it.
You won't share the bed with the ladies?
Does any lady want to share the bed with me?
Well, you got to ask the lady real nice.
Yeah, I think you should.
I'm not sure if Thane's falling back to sleep.
I'm not. I'm up for good.
Are you? You're
Yeah,
not going back.
I'm not
to
going
bed.
back.
And
to
I'm going to
sleep.
sit back down where I was. I'm going to relax a little bit.
Okay, actually, then there was one bed free the whole time if Gay Leanne was just drawing in the corner. I take the free bed and be like, okay, well, if you need help, just I'll be here. And then I roll
And Hondo
over.
pushes the dresser up against the door. Hondo, trying to calm Thane, says, "Here, read this," and he throws the Bible at him.
It's really interesting. I wonder about
Rely
like
on-
the state of Christianity in the Shadowrun
Yeah.
world.
There's,
Rely
Like,
on
if
the good word.
It's got to be almost destroyed by now,
You would
right? There's
think.
dragons and like the whole magic
I don't
thing
know.
coming
Yeah.
back.
That's
It's
a great
like
question. Oh, good point.
religion's got to be up in arms.
The church is taking more aggressive measures to protect the faith and the faithful in these lands through the actions of organizations with the new Jesuits and the new Templars. So that's how they reacted to the
Oh,
awakening.
yeah,
They
the
just
new
got
Templars.
way more aggressive.
Militant.
They brought back the Templars. That's cool.
Okay, so we're all protecting each other through the night.
Hondo falls back to sleep with the gun in his hand.
I got one hand on the flamethrower.
Are you sleeping with a flamethrower?
I'm not
again?
sleeping on it with the bed, but I'm draped.
It's you and the flamethrower, not
Yeah.
anyone
Yeah.
else. You're sharing
Seems like
the bed
a
with the
fire
flamethrower.
hazard.
You have to like light the pilot on that, right?
I know, but it only takes a sec.
The rest of the night, nothing else happens. The next morning, you guys,
Wake up dead.
there's a knock
Nothing
on the
else
door.
happens except
Hondo looks up and points his gun, just like instinctively. That's what he does.
I stand by the door with my blades out.
Hondo looks up and says, "Open it slowly."
I open it fast.
Damn it!
So fast, in fact, that you catch Dr. Armitage off guard. He's like, oh.
And I got my gun, just beat it on him.
What in the world is going on here?
Dr. Armitage, hi.
Charles,
It's so good to see you.
I brought the car.
Great.
Well, I brought
Perfect.
a car.
wait, where's the car?
I-
I wake up because of Henry Armitage,
And noise.
and I grab the flamethrower and start walking outside. Are we good to go?
Hondo walks up to Henry and shakes his hand and says, "Thank you so much for coming. I don't know where we'd be without you."
Oh, I
Here,
saw
right
your
here.
car.
We'd be here still. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's the one that broke down, and no one knows how to fix it.
They are tricky machinery. You did well. You're still alive at least, and that's not nothing.
We ran, so that was what happened.
I have run from plenty in my time as well, Charles.
Henry, we got a bunch of things to talk about. We've been looking at these books and researching a bit, and we got some questions. We can look at that on the ride home.
I was gonna suggest a license plate game, but
License plate?
Well, let us be on our way then.
I'm gonna go stop by the office real quick.
Okay.
Is he there?
Yeah, he's there.
Thank you for not being a psychopath killer murderer. That was your trope, and you did not follow it.
Okay, have a nice day.
I hope you get more business.
Tell your friends about the Bunker Hill Motel.
wow, he really was. He's a redneck and everything.
Yeah.
you guys were expecting him to be murdery.
No, we did. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
He has his family one
Murdery
town
hotel.
away, and you have to
Uh-huh.
walk there, and
It was like an H.H. Holmes vibe.
yeah.
It's kind of a bigger car, but still probably only seats about 5. You're now 6.
Is it squeezable?
Yeah, you could try and squeeze. I'd prefer not to drive. I'm not very good at it.
Oh,
How did you get here with the car?
It was quite an adventure.
Well,
I guess
luckily,
that means I drive.
Thane's a good
I
driver.
think you're the
so-
only one with skill in it.
I get in the driver's seat.
I borrowed this car from the university.
I drive really fast.
Does it have a university sticker on it? Like
Yeah, Miskatonic University. Yeah, it's got like a thing on the side painted. Since you're driving as a normal person, I'm not going to make you make a roll. We're just
Oh,
going to
Shotgun.
No one's chasing us this time?
Flamethrower, actually.
Flamethrower.
car. What are you guys going to do with the other car?
Leave it.
I mean, we'll let the mob know
It's
where
Edgar
it is.
Wrongs.
I like how you just give away a mob car.
I don't know what else is in there.
I'm
but-
hoping to be
Someday in the
outta here.
future, like Edgar Wrong is going to just get whacked by the mob for stealing their car, and he has no clue what happened.
That's
I like
dark.
it.
Hondo-
What if they accept him as one of their own?
Yeah, they recruit him.
Henry, we something crazy happened last night. We all had the same scary dream. We woke up and someone was at our door, and then I opened the door and no one was there.
It's probably par for the course for this place, huh?
Well, the dreaming is not as crazy as you would think once you get to be familiar with the occult. It could be that something is causing you to have the dreams, but it could also be that your mind, your subconscious, is trying to tell you something.
What is it trying to tell you when it rips your face off?
Oh,
Yeah.
my.
We all had the same dream of our face
oh.
getting ripped off
Oh, my goodness.
by an Egyptian pharaoh that didn't have a face.
The faceless Egyptian, like the statue.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh, well, this does bear researching, and when we get back to the library, we shall do just that.
This guy's answer for everything.
All right.
Yeah.
I agree. We should look into it more. It doesn't seem like it's a random thing that just happens all the time.
It should not be dismissed, definitely.
And it's Halloween,
Oh, yes, All Hallows Eve.
right? Which
Wait,
means
that's-
something here.
That's today.
It is today.
Wasn't there a thing?
Mr. Wexler, I believe that you should be making an appearance at the All Hallows Eve ball.
Well, I mean, they asked me to, so you gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh, the pressures of being so popular.
What's the deal with that? When's that happening?
Oh, that's just this evening, of course.
You gonna be better by then?
I just stare at the road. Just white knuckling. We made it past 3 hours, right?
Well, and you guys slept,
Well, we
so
woke
that
up
was like
at
at 1
midnight.
o'clock
Yeah,
at
Oh,
night.
that's right.
that's
We
true.
slept.
So-
So you're better.
So I'm
I mean,
better.
Well,
I
they
mean,
slept, but
phobia
you
now.
didn't.
I still have a
sleep.
phobia, and I'm still freaked
But
out.
you woke
but,
up
Yeah,
calmer.
I settled myself down,
Well, I didn't go to
Yes.
sleep, so.
But he didn't sleep.
Yeah.
He thought it through.
and I'm gonna punch that Egyptian in his faceless face.
Should we? I mean, do we need to talk about our research, the things we found?
Hey, Henry, you ever heard of this thing called the Elder Sign?
Who
Oh.
told you about the
And a
elder
friend-
sign?
A friend wanted me to ask you if you have a sword.
Oh, I have swords, definitely. When you go into an occupation such as monster fighting, one does need to be prepared.
I should get one of those. I think. Yeah.
You were good with one back when we took that vacation. That,
Yeah. Back then, to the foresty town
to
area.
the foresty town area where they had a sword competition.
Kingdoms. Yep.
Yep.
What makes you think that the elder sign is necessary?
It's hard to think back on, and everything was happening so quick. But Professor Alice Derleth, right before she was from the bugs,
The bug fiasco.
she looked at me and yelled at me and said, she pointed at the books and did a sign of the pentagram.
Professor Derleth would know what is needed in this situation.
Oh, and we all dreamt of the portal, and Kieran had a run-in with the portal with the whole ex-fiance. You did break up with him, right?
Well, he's not here.
Who was your fiance?
Oh, shoot.
You know, he has a name.
Is that saying that you don't remember, or you don't want to tell him?
Lucas Erlin Gibb.
Henry, do you remember Francis Morgan's assistant, Lucas Erling Gibb?
Lucas Gibb? Oh, I am so sorry.
He was a bastard.
Well, No one has seen Lucas Gibb for many days now.
Did he come back?
He returned from Egypt with Francis, yes.
But
All
not
right.
as the same person.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, sorry. That was my scary voice. That's what Alice told us. He had encountered something, the carbuncle necklace.
We're concerned that he has the carbuncle and it might be influencing him in some way. I'm not sure.
Well, he strapped me down to a table and made me look into the void. So,
Right.
I'm kind of not a big fan of him.
There's
And not
Oh
in
my
a sexy way.
goodness.
Being strapped down's never fun.
I I think some pieces of the puzzle are starting to come together.
Good, because if
Charles.
you can give us an answer to this, that would be like super helpful.
Well, we must research.
Of course.
Of
course,
Oh, the
yeah.
key to a good
Books.
life. Books.
So many books.
Yeah.
In the research of the notes that Dr. Francis Morgan
Morgan.
brought back, did you see anything about a pentagram? I've never seen the pentagram and Egyptian things in the same research.
Very good observation. Yes, the elder sign, the mark of the pentagram with an eye shape in the center. It is a very powerful arcane spell, but it is not Egyptian in origin. I don't believe that the elder sign. I don't believe that's what Professor Derleth meant by making the sign to you. Perhaps this is something we need to have.
But we only can find out if we research.
Are you mocking me, child?
No, we have to research,
Right.
right?
What's the point of living without research?
Okay, now we're mocking you a little bit. It's just what we do. Welcome to the club.
Dun, dun, dun.
I need to go back to my place to change into my frickin' tuxedo.
Is it a ball like that, or is it like a masquerade?
Well, masquerade ball would still be formal, right?
Yeah, it'd be more like a masquerade type
We
ball.
go to Isaac's place.
I've got
Can we
probably
all go to your
yeah,
place?
probably.
And we're all the right size.
Yeah. Well, I have a live-in tailor,
True.
so
That makes sense.
his name is Taylor.
Charles, I could go and begin the research if you want to go with your little friends.
Deal. Because that equals Alex not having to roll sanity checks. If you're comfortable with that, would be great. Just drop us off and we'll meet you there. Yeah.
We'll meet you at the ball.
So he drops you off at the Wexler estate. It's a huge property
Dump.
around. It's a huge dump.
I hear that place is a ruin.
I would like to hear what people's thoughts are. My thought was it's like the Bruce Wayne Manor.
I know. I was
was
thinking
kinda
the
thinking
same
that,
That's
thing.
the
yeah.
only
Yeah.
thing that went through my mind too.
It's
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. So it's like got a big property around it. Really kept nice garden grounds, but then also thicker, kind of more wild around that.
I get out of the car as he's dropping us off, and I just look at the place, and I go, "Holy shit!"
You live here?
Apparently,
Why didn't you buy the bigger house?
But
I'm remembering that this was my dad's. I think.
oh, so where do you sleep?
Let's find out.
So you
Alright.
live with your parents?
No, my dad's dead,
Oh,
That's awkward.
and my mom lives in her own. I think there's a guest house here or something. So I walk up the staircase, and then. Okay, so I don't really recognize the house at all, so I just like out of habit knock on the door,
Mhm.
and then I'm like, oh, that's stupid, and I start looking
this-
for keys in my pocket.
I was like,
Oh,
this is
okay.
your house, dumbass.
Owlman had a house like this.
Does the door open?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't locked.
This seems outrageously
You're
unsafe.
fiddling around, and Thane just opens the door.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go into the manor.
All right. It's big and beautiful, and there's maids,
How many?
at least a couple already.
Maids
that
plural.
You can see. They're
Okay.
in uniforms.
Ooh.
And they all giggle and, hi, Mr. Wexler.
Good lord.
This is a
Good
creepy
lord.
place.
and as you're seeing every one of them each, you're saying, I've been with that one, I've been with that one, I've been. All these memories come flooding back to you.
In my defense, I was like 16.
Wow.
He's exploring. He was young.
Yeah.
Still a man with needs.
Okay, so we walk in, and there's maids there, and I go, hey, everybody.
Okay, and they kind of stop and look at you.
How many?
Like there's two maids, and then a butler kind of pokes his head out from somewhere else.
I say, we need somebody to take men's clothes, women's clothes, and library. Tour guides.
They all kind of look at each other.
Where's the library? Hondo says.
All right, one of the maids kind of points to the other room as if to say, like, "Well, don't you?"
And Hondo tips his hat and walks that way.
Okay. And men's wardrobe.
The butler's like,
Mr. Wexler, that would be up in your room, sir.
Yeah, of course. And women's wardrobe.
I'm afraid we don't have any women's clothing here, Mr. Wexler.
Ferguson, take Kieran to her place so she can get outfitted for the ball. We're gonna meet her there.
Very good, sir. This way, ma'am.
Sure, see you guys later.
I am assuming
It's always a
Gail-
good idea to separate.
Gail goes with you, yes?
It's worked well in the
Oh
past.
yeah, I keep
I would
forgetting Gail's
assume
here is the
Gail,
problem.
Leanne.
Oh
would
yeah,
go,
do you want to take Gail and dress her up?
I don't know if any of my clothes will fit her, but yeah, I'll take her.
Okay.
They'll fit better than your clothes, so
Okay, it's true.
yeah.
I'm gonna go run up to my room really quick. And anybody that needs men's clothes can follow me.
He has a huge closet full of fine suits. Some were his and some were.
Dear old dads. Do a spot hidden to see if you can find anything in your
Spot-
size.
Spot hidden
So there's
for a
some.
time.
There's a lot of fine suits. Some of them are left from his father. They'd be more your size.
I find a good suit.
I grab the one that makes me look like the richest, stick out like a sore thumb in an elegant sort of way.
Like a 3-piece pinstripe white.
Yeah. If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it right. Because this is the only time I'm ever gonna get to pull something like this.
Like a red.
Hondo was in the library, but he comes back and everyone's gone.
I was gonna go there next, actually.
Okay.
I grabbed something for Hondo in shades of brown or yellow.
Perfect. Don't you have a bolero tie or something?
Yeah, right here.
I said bolero?
But you meant bolo.
Bolo,
You do find
yeah.
it's a pretty good sized library, but it's all just normal standard.
Is there
books.
something that Charles could find that is of interest for this?
Not for the occult? No.
He is very impressed in the
It's a
size.
very nice collection for a private library.
He's impressed by the size.
Okay, so after we're all suited up, the three of us, I go down to the library, and knowing that generations of Wexlers have used this place as a smuggling operation and weapons and arms dealing for the war back in World War I do a spot hidden check and say, guys, I don't know, I remember something about this library that might look around for anything that's out of place.
I also do a spot hidden check,
And Thane does as well.
and I fail.
What are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for a secret passage, but I don't know if there's gonna be.
I got a hard success.
You know how in Bruce Wayne, if you did the right thing, there'd be the Batcave? That's what I'm
Yeah.
doing.
The piano.
Hondo
keys,
failed,
right?
but he did find a nice
Yeah,
book.
the
So
piano key. I got a hard success.
Yeah, so there's like a figurine on the desk.
What is the
That's
statue of?
faceless.
It's just like a normal Greek maybe looking
Okay.
statue. But when you push it aside, it has like a chain attached to the bottom, so it's like you pull the lever and a panel opens up on the wall. All it really does though is goes down to like a private cellar where they have a lot of illegal like alcohol right now because of
And
prohibition.
Weapon?
No, not
Nope.
so much weapons.
Can we call for the butler?
Where's the secret passage to the weapons?
Yeah. I ring the little bell that I keep in my pocket.
No, they're probably like a rope that you
Yeah,
pull
the
in
rope.
room.
Right.
And I call the butler.
It's a Mr. Wexler.
Yeah, hey Ferguson, listen. Wait, Ferguson's with Kieran. Hey, Ferguson too. Ferguson's twin brother, the twin Butler brothers. Listen, I need we need some supplies. We're going to a important event, and I got a funny kind of feeling we're gonna need to gear up.
He's asking for the guns. Where's the guns?
Yeah, we found the secret booze. Where's the secret guns?
Well, it's in your bedroom, sir.
God damn it!
Behind
All
the
right.
Deal. We walk back upstairs.
He seems pretty surprised you don't know. He also is kind of surprised you're bringing it up in front of what he considers to be people he's never seen before.
Sure.
Don't worry, Ferguson. They're good people.
I'm in the mob.
Hondo spits.
I'm in the mob.
Like, of course you are, sir.
Okay, we go back up to my room then.
And I say,
All
last
right.
one of Isaac's room's a rotten egg. And run up the stairs.
Hondo walks slowly.
I love rotten eggs.
This is like the
Let's
funniest thing because it's just like a normal moment. Like it's the
Yeah.
first time you
We're
guys
just
have
running
had
around a giant mansion.
to
Yeah.
ignore to. It's
like
the first time
Ferris
you've had
Bueller's
to
Day
like
Off.
enjoy
Yeah.
your made up lives.
Yeah. Then get in one of these suits of armor and fight me.
I do.
And he wins. Okay, so we get to my room, back to
All
my
right.
room with my giant
Do another
four-poster
spot
canopy bed.
hidden.
Okay, yeah, funny kind of feeling. It was booze. Sorry about that. But if I mean, you can take a bottle of whiskey if you want. But I think there's something in here too.
I failed again.
I actually passed again. Regular.
Regular.
But
I got an extreme.
You got an
okay.
extreme?
Okay, I was
Yeah.
gonna pump luck points, but we got it.
Really, the only piece of furniture in the room that would seem like it would be something is there's a bookshelf.
And I say, it's this book. And pull the exact one.
Well, it's a bookshelf, but
And the book falls out because it's just a normal book.
Shit.
It doesn't really have books in it. It's more like display items. You're able to like push it aside, and then there's like just some guns and knives and ammo and things like that.
And swords?
Guns
Sword.
and knives and swords.
No sword, oddly enough. It's not really a common weapon one would go for.
Grenades?
in this.
Flamethrowers.
Yeah, there'd probably be some
You are
grenades.
a damn tease.
I am.
You're just
Yes,
like,
you are.
oh,
All
There
this
might be a sword up there. I don't know.
Oh,
Get
sword
an
on the
extreme
walls and
success
stuff, like
and you find
decoration.
booze.
But also, why would he have a sword? And
Yeah,
then-
that's what I'm
Bat
saying. In this
cave.
day and age,
Because he's
nobody
a
carries a
nerd.
sword.
Because World
That's
War
true.
One, it was a very classic weapon in World War One.
He had-
It was an
He had
ornament
suits of
piece. It was
armor.
not
Yeah.
actually used as a weapon.
Sure, it
all
was.
the
It
time
was
in World
not
War
ornament.
One.
Yeah, have you played Battlefield One? Okay, so there's just a wall full of illegal weapons and machine guns and
Yes.
knives and grenades in front
and
of
grenades and ammo and yes.
us. And we're
Illegal
dressed
knives.
in super fancy suits.
Yes.
with lots of pockets.
With lots of
Andre
pockets.
goes to the wardrobe and finds himself a brown fedora. I'm concerned that I was seen at the scene of the crime that
Oh,
happened
yeah, that's-
twice.
yeah.
Hondo grabs another gun and a couple knives, and he
I-
doesn't know what those grenades are.
I definitely grabbed the grenades. And
Good.
do you want some grenades? Would you like some grenades?
Yeah.
Can we open up the garage in this estate, this baby?
I would imagine so. It's your garage.
Okay. And what is there?
All kinds of cars.
All kinds of cars.
All kinds of
All
cars.
of the cars.
Except
all of the cars.
Yellow ones
they're
and purple
all
ones.
this,
and-
they're all kinds of cars as long as you want the exact same car that you explode.
Just the exact same.
No, we need to do more research. Let's spend 15
I'm
minutes
gonna
doing
say
research.
that was
about
your favorite because it was red. So all the rest in the car in the place are either black, gray, or white.
grays, yeah.
Ooh, white sounds
White.
good. Yeah.
Tux.
What do you think? White.
So gaudy.
White is classic as hell, Alex.
Okay.
We're basically Cruella de Vil at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
Basically.
So I guess there's like a corkboard of keys, and I choose the one for the white car, and I throw the keys to Thane again.
Does Hondo catch him? No.
If you want to.
He would not. He would not. He would be afraid of them.
He would shy away, just duck.
I don't know. I feel like he's warming up to it, but he's
He
still not
is.
loving it.
I'll drive, but only if there's tentacle monsters.
I can guarantee you there probably will be.
Giddy up.
All right, so we get in the car. What are we wearing, guys? I think I explained my suit, the white gaudy one.
I'm wearing definitely
Oh yes,
yellow
okay, that's
hues.
right. What did you do, Eric?
I just basically got my exact same suit, just cleaned up. So
Oh,
I've got a
perfect.
pinstripe suit, fedora.
It looks quite nice.
Yeah, but it's just a higher cut than it was before.
I guess we're taking off to the university. That's where the ball is, right?
Yep, it's at Miskatonic University Ballroom.
Okay.
Everything in this town takes place in the Miskatonic University.
It really does.
At least in our campaign it does. It's the center of the social... I don't know what it is.
It's the hot place in town.
It's getting to be nightfall. The parking lot is full. People walking up to the building dressed in their costumes, kind of laughing.
Yeah, but it's 1920s, right? So costumes aren't really.
I mean, there's a few people who have made their own like animal costumes, maybe, but for the majority, it's people wearing nice clothing and a mask of some sort. Outside and inside, it's decorated very nice with black and orange balloons everywhere and very finely made posters and banners announcing the annual Arkham City All Hallows Eve ball. There is a band playing, so as you guys enter, the music gets louder. You can see that the room is just crowded. In this ballroom, it's actually pretty big, and there's really tall windows along the walls, a chandelier, really nice hardwood floors.
Are you saying that there's a swing band playing?
There is a band playing, more of a jazz type.
Okay.
The band is called the Burn 7 Band. There's 7 members. They have a few kids walking around that are holding big like sticks that have little branches coming off of them, and they're holding masks that you can purchase from.
Oh yeah,
From
I
them.
buy a mask.
Hondo buys a mask.
I'll get one too. What
There's
the hell?
masks that look like different animals or just
Oh,
different colors or harlequins or
Hondo, what's your spirit animal?
Give me an armadillo.
Sorry, sir, I
Damn
don't
it.
have an armadillo.
Do you have a voodoo doctor?
A what?
A voodoo doctor?
I don't know.
Just give me the pig one.
one pig. Here you go, sir.
So now he has his hat on, which is a what again? A fedora, and then
fedora
a pig
and a pig
mask
mask.
on.
Big mask.
I love it.
I just get a standard like masquerade mask. It's not
Okay. I
like
should've
an
done
animal.
that.
Just like a Venetian.
But it matches the color of my bow tie.
What about you,
What
sir?
other kind of animals do you have? I want a dragon mask. Do
Can
they
I get the armadillo one?
Like,
I
one
know-
armadillo coming up.
I know you
sure
got
you
it
don't
back
want
there
a
somewhere.
Sure you don't want a voodoo doctor? It doesn't look like there's a dragon mask. In fact, they don't look like a lot of mythical creatures. It looks like maybe they
Yeah.
avoid the mythical
The
creatures.
mythical. Oh, fine. I want a fox. Do they have a fox?
Yeah, they'd have a fox.
I'm a fox.
All right.
What does he say?
What does the fox say? So you get a fox mask, a pig mask, and just a
Venetian.
standard Venetian. All right.
And
As
Half
you guys,
mask or full mask?
everyone seems to be having a good time. There's just like the sound of music and the lull of the crowd talking to each other. There's a pretty vast refreshment table on one side as well. There are actually people walking around with trays of appetizers. There are donuts at the table, or pastries at the refreshment
Yes.
table.
There he goes. You didn't have them at donuts, but you had them at pastries.
Apparently.
And who has provided these pastries?
Craft services. Fred Hart.
Fred Hart.
Fred Hart, the baker?
Yeah. Edward Hart's.
Edward Hart's?
It would be Eddie Hart.
I like
Eddie.
it. Eddie Hart.
That's actually not bad.
Sure, why not?
Just keep going until he says yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So you guys, it's a kind of a hopping party. It's probably more of a party than you would have expected from a town like Arkham, because the general heavy feeling around of just kind of despair that lingers in the town naturally. It seems to be a little bit pushed off for maybe the holiday. Who knows?
They just really need to get drunk.
Prohibition era.
What a bum.
Yeah,
They
but
have
there
to have
is
spiked it or
punch.
There's gotta be
something.
cool kids,
Somebody's
right?
probably spiking something
Yeah.
somewhere.
Good.
Yes.
One of the teachers spiked the punch.
Yeah. Henry spiked the punch.
You all thank me later.
One of the planners comes up to immediately up to Isaac, and he's like, "Oh, we were afraid you weren't going to make it."
No, of course I wouldn't miss this for the world, just like every year, I presume. What's up? How's it going? My name's Isaac.
What's up?
They come up to you and you say, "Oh, by the way."
All right, he looks at you for a little bit. He's like,
Isaac's
"Yeah,
really
yes,
nervous.
thank you, Mr. Wexler. I'm Isaac. Sorry, Isaac. Yes,
That's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be doing your speech later on. So I'll let you know when it's time.
Okay, I'll just be
Uh,
around here,
All right.
cutting loose. Yeah, so they go away.
Yeah, he kind of.
They leave us, please?
Yeah, it's a very stressing night for him. So he saw some waiter go by and his tie was crooked. So he's like, "Excuse me."
I love that guy.
That
I
dude's
love that.
fired.
Yeah. I'm gonna get a glass full of punch.
Nice. Okay.
I'm gonna go get a glass full of punch.
I'm already on my third.
I know, it looks delicious.
There's a guy there who is kind of drunk, actually. He's like, "Hey, Wexler, where's that mom of yours?"
How old is this man?
He's an older guy.
Oh.
He's kind of overweight, scruffy. He looks like he came as a sheet ghost, but right now the sheet is pulled up around the top of his head and just kind of draping down at the sides so
Okay.
that you can see him.
So I look at him as I'm pouring my glass and say, "Oh, sorry, she's busy being way out of your league."
Oh, snap.
He just stares at you in awe. Like he doesn't quite get what you said, but he knows you insulted him and he doesn't know what to do about it.
Okay, see you later, Dad.
Go home, Dad, you're drunk.
I pat him on the shoulder and say, "Enjoy the
That's awesome.
party."
Nice.
And I go to the dance floor, I guess.
All right, good job. The rest, what are you two doing?
Yeah.
Right.
Are you
sorry.
just following him around? Is
No.
it Wexler and the
Ben
Pips?
has already narrowed down which punch is alcoholic and not, and liberally partaking and hanging out by the pastry table mostly.
It is a great array of pastries.
Oh, awesome.
Eclairs and cream puffs and all kinds of things.
How does
so.
it compare to Ed Hart's tart? Or,
Not
I'm
quite
sorry,
as
Thane's
good
tart.
as
Tort.
Ed Hart's tarts. Ed Hart built. Maybe you think that he used a little bit of magic in his baking.
Oh, of course he did.
So in this
Mm.
world, it's more
Called
like
love.
I have to fight off the
Mhm.
despair long enough to make pastries.
Hondo
Yes.
made sure to remember to bring that one special book, The Elder Sign. Hondo made sure to bring that book with him. So Hondo is on the dance floor just looking around for Henry.
I'm gonna have you make.
Spot hidden for a human?
I was gonna say
He's
spot hidden.
hiding behind the bushes.
It's a masquerade.
He is
though.
hidden in the
Oh!
crowd of people.
It's a
That's true.
masquerade.
You don't see. You can't tell.
Henry? And he's
Henry?
looking for men that look like Henry. He's looking for men.
older
So-
men. Oh,
He's
you're out.
looking
You're out
for
looking
older
for
men.
men.
He is.
older
Hondo
men.
is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were
Yes.
cruising.
But that doesn't mean anything.
Right?
He is.
20-something rough cowboy seeking older man.
Is he not here?
He's not here, but you wouldn't know that either. You're looking through
I'm looking.
the crowd of.
Yeah, I'm looking.
So Kieran, you and Gail Leanne and Ferguson waited in the car.
Who the hell's Ferguson?
My butler.
So he drives you to your apartment.
It is a house. I put 50 points into wealth. I'm getting a damn house.
All right. So, okay. You find all of your most beautiful outfits. You'd find something worth wearing. Nothing that you would wear to fight crime with in the Mutants and Masterminds world, but
It's a lot of pink in this wardrobe.
because she embraced the pink.
She fully embraced that pink was the color of her spirit.
Yeah, that's right. I love it. Gail Leanne just kind of hovers in the corner.
Does she want anything?
She kind of acts like she doesn't and does at the same time. So it's more kind of whether or not you want to push push it. She remembers a time, you wouldn't know this, when she would be that girly girl who liked to dress, but she's so different now from the insanity and everything that's happened. She just doesn't think that she can be that.
She's
Aw.
grown.
Come on, Kieran, we can bring her
Mm.
back.
Yeah, give her
Yeah.
a
Well,
taste of that
definitely
old
going
life.
to kind of. Hey, Gail, you're going with this, going with me to this thing, right?
I guess so.
Well, that gray dress isn't gonna cut it.
Oh, no. We gave her a Hondo outfit.
Oh, okay. While this is a masquerade, I'm gonna say you probably don't fit the librarian look. So I've got some stuff. I'm sure we can figure something out. Do you trust me?
Roll a
Charm?
charm or persuasion, whichever you feel.
Did you grab a D20?
No. 10, which is
Wow.
a
Ooh.
extreme success, I think.
Really?
Yep.
That's cool.
Nice.
I
She
charmed the pants off of her literally and put a dress on her.
You did. So she immediately starts blushing, and for the first time you hear a slight like giggle kind of escape her mouth
Joshua,
as she
Aw.
lets you put
you know we're not gonna.
Yeah,
pull her-
you got to.
Spencer, you do the giggle. That was
No.
good.
So you drag her kind of to the closet. Yeah, I think you're able to probably find something that.
Okay.
Here's the thing. So Gail Yan looks kind of out of place in this beautiful dress with her kind of drab skin and her really short hair, but she looks like she feels fancy. So
Aw.
at least there's
Could
that.
I do
Good.
her makeup a little
Yeah,
bit?
you can do a little bit
I'll
of
give
makeup
her a little
on
bit
her.
of rouge and that black eyeliner, and
Okay.
which I, Kieran, am kind of surprised that I know how to do it all.
Right? By the time you guys have been there a little bit of time and you're searching for Henry and Isaac's dancing, and I think Thane's getting slowly drunk and
Slowly.
full of pastries.
Yep, pastry drunk. But also, I'm being very observant because I feel like this many people in this city, I know someone's a tentacle monster.
Passive perception would have been really nice for this game. Just make a spot hidden check and we'll just take that as your general.
Extreme.
I got a 49, which is a normal success.
Okay, so you're doing pretty good at being vigilant.
But he doesn't spot anything that's hidden.
Nothing looks out of ordinary right now. So everyone's just dancing and having a good time.
This
Okay.
all looks ordinary.
You three guys roll a. Dang it! I've been playing too much D&D.
Perception? Investigation?
I was gonna say a perception, but it's not really a perception. You guys just notice, I guess.
Could it be a dodge or a jump?
Or spot hidden.
It's not really hidden. So you guys notice. You guys look up and you see two women enter. One wearing a mask and one not wearing a mask.
Only one of us is gonna leave.
I just don't know that you guys would recognize. Roll to see if you recognize. Spot hidden to see if you recognize Gail Leanne. Gail Leanne does not have a mask, but she's also heavily makeupped and wearing a dress
Which we've
in a
never seen
fashion
before.
that you guys have never seen her. It's the hair that would give it away.
I see them.
Regular success. Yeah, me too.
Regular as well for
Okay.
Hondo.
Hard success.
You guys you're like, well, those are pretty girls. And then for a minute, you're like, that one's got weird hair. And then you're like, that is Gail Leanne. And that means the woman with her must be Kieran.
I imagine we're both wearing pink. Like, I think she's probably a little bit more blush pink, maybe. But Kieran's wearing like
Bubblegum.
girly bubblegum kind of pink, but it's like
Obnoxious.
a really pretty dress that's a little bit more fitted than like other people just because it's made for her. But it is just like beaded, like the super intricate beads that you see on some of those dresses. Like this dress probably cost her at least 20 credits, but or 20 credit points.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, it's just really pretty. It's kind of flowy. It's fitted at the top and then has a little bit of like the drop and just kind of goes down. And it's just like super pretty. And she's wearing a white fur shawl
Oh,
kind of thing
Nice.
that looks kind of heavy and pricey. Her hair's like in that the pin curl that's like super popular in the time, slightly pinned up. And she's got a half mask that's like really fancy looking and has white lace.
What do you guys think of them when they enter?
Just start clapping.
slow clap.
I picture this scene like they're slowly coming down the stairs in their ball
It's so
gowns
cheesy.
and
Yeah.
their.
And it's stereotypical. Yeah. Hondo just kind of freezes and stares.
I picture you like slowly lifting the pig mask, but maybe not. You don't want her to know it's you.
Probably not. Yeah.
I just dance on by him, and then as I pass him, I point and say, "Looking good."
You notice the ballroom I had described before. There's pastries. You can kind of spot Thane over at the pastries, or a guy in a fox mask. I don't know. Maybe
That's
not.
right.
I now know where Isaac's at,
we know
but
we
I
were
don't
going.
know where anybody else is.
Yeah.
We have We have infinity rings. Kieran doesn't have one.
Actually, a man approaches you.
Oh my.
A man who is wearing a matching tuxedo with everyone else who's in the band. And he's like, I recognize that dress anywhere. And you, kind of pulling back on your memories from Diana Taylor, you recognize that this is a musician guy that you had worked with before, or that she had on her
Do I
singing
know
career.
his name?
His name is John. And John is like, how are you doing, doll? And he like leans in and does like the cheek press kiss thing.
She's healed by it.
She'll kind of hesitate for just a second, but then just kind of like leans into the part essentially and gives him a little peck on the cheek, and she's just, Mr. Good, it's good to see you.
He's like, hey, honey, our singer actually wasn't able to make it tonight, so we just been playing songs. You think you could come up here and sing something for us?
Things start, do it, do it, do it.
I
Have to try and roll a persuasion.
are you
I guess
gonna-
he's charming you, maybe.
What do I roll against that?
I think it's an opposed. Oh my gosh, I rolled really well though.
Yes.
Yep, I'm singing.
You can say it. He got a hard success. So
I got a failure.
okay, yeah.
My psychology is
You feel
real
like
low.
you feel compelled to sing.
It's been a while, John. I might not know the words.
You can fill in. Nobody improvs like you.
Do bop shibap bop boo.
This is your chance to create a pop song from your time.
Skibidi-beep-beep. Oh yeah, you could.
Yes.
You just
Well, you always were good at talking me into things, John.
He puts his arm out like to escort you. Holds out his elbow like, shall we?
And Kieran will lightly put one hand on the arm and kind of look around the crowd, find the Venetian man who said hello, and be like, Gail, that one's Isaac. Go over to him.
All right. She does.
Okay, cool.
So actually, the party planner guy comes up on stage, and John Good kind of whispers to him, and he's like, ladies and gentlemen, I've got a surprise for you. Our wonderful band, the Burn 7 band, is going to play another song, but they have a surprise for us. They've got a singer. Maybe you've heard of her. Her name is Diana Taylor, and she'll be performing for us. So let's give a round of applause for Diana Taylor.
There's a round of applause.
Yay! The whole
Three
the whole
people
crowd.
clap.
Yeah. So you go up on stage. The band starts playing.
Okay. Where does it start? We're all out of time repairing these lives.
The crowd seems pretty mesmerized.
Thane drops
So-
his drink, and it just spills everywhere.
In disbelief.
Yeah.
So Hondo heard. Hondo heard that she was announced, and he looked directly to the stage.
Yeah.
And he was just like, "What's happening? We're supposed to keep a low profile," thinking in his brain. And then this is happening, and he's still just totally dumbstruck and in awe at the raw talent and just how awesome it sounds.
Nice.
I feel like Hondo, Thane's just a little dumbstruck, and I'm just, what the hell? Guys, do you hear this? Do you hear her? She's good. She's real good.
Who are you talking to?
I'm running between Hondo and Isaac and everyone. Guys.
I thought you were just talking to random people. Guys, do you hear this?
Guys, I know her.
How much of
your
that
Thane
punch have you
voice.
had, Thane?
This is Thane's drunk voice. Guys!
Guys.
Yeah, I know. I can hear that she's. Oh, he's gone.
Even Gail Yan laughs a little bit at that. You were going to have a conversation with Gail Yan.
Yeah, so she's hanging out with me.
She's really quiet, and she's really she's blushing a lot, and because she's in this dress at this fancy party, and it's probably the most normal she's felt in a long while.
Holy shit, she's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I didn't know she could sing.
Yeah, on top of this and your drawings, I'm surprised how creatively talented the people I'm saving the world with are.
Well, I'm okay at drawing.
Are you kidding? You literally made my friends go insane.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's good to help. We were able to identify threats. I mean, that's what we're here for. So, thank you.
The performance ends to thunderous applause. It's the only, not only was it an amazing song and well performed, but it's the only vocal singing song that's been all night, and probably the last one that'll be in.
Although Hondo is incredibly impressed and wants to stick around, he uses the moment to sneak away.
I was gonna cut down one of the balloons and start sucking on the helium.
Just because he's drunk?
Yep.
That's fine.
Well, I mean, yeah, like
Not full on drunk, but
just
he's
have a good
definitely
time.
loosened up.
Yeah.
He's the
Yeah.
most calm he's been in a while.
I really like that we're happy.
or relaxed.
I feel like, relaxed.
We haven't been happy
I
yet,
feel like it's the calm before the storm, but it's
Mhm.
cool.
which doesn't make sense because I feel like our last night was terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should be
Well,
very
but
shooken up.
it's that point where like you can only be so scared,
Yeah.
and then you have to have some kind of like distraction or denial or like
Get drunk to
yeah,
drink away your
yeah,
problems.
sure.
Yeah. Thane starts singing along. The horn of justice will be by your side, and the snap blades will cut up the tentacle monster.
All right, the party planner guy gets up again, and he's like, "Yes, and now we have our outstanding citizen in the Arkham city. He's done so much for the community, and we'd like to bring him up on stage. Everybody, give me another round of applause for Isaac Wexler."
Okay. Okay, so Isaac gets up on stage. Is there a podium?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, they bring one out.
Okay. I set my glass, now empty glass on the podium.
Okay.
Kieran's
Um,
going to pat him on the back as she exits the stage,
And I
as
give-
she passes him.
Give Karen a thumbs up.
Okay.
Holy crap, right? She's amazing. Give another round of applause for I can't believe I know this now, Diana Taylor.
Also, when you leave Gail Leanne, she actually looks like she wanders off a little bit towards the refreshment table on her own.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And of course the wonderful Burn 7 Ensemble, leader of the band, John Good. Fantastic. Would not be the same kind of party without them.
Boo.
Okay, as I'm finally able to turn away from the people that were on the stage before me, I get a look at the crowd in the ballroom. Isaac did not prepare anything for this. He has that little conflict that Hondo was having earlier, and the Isaac Wexler that could have been, had he been born and raised in this universe, kind of steps into the spotlight, so to speak, and he starts his speech. All Hallows Eve. It's an important day for Arkham because it's the one time a year that the rest of the world feels as we do every single day of our lives. We don't talk about the darkness surrounding our city, the things we see out of the corner of our eye, the incredibly high number of unsolved murders, the regular disappearances of our children. All those things mar the sense of pride we feel for being part of this community. Because it does mean something to be from Arkham. It means something to be able to spend our days going to the bank and dropping the kids off at school, while our nights are spent grappling with the creatures that make camp in our nightmares. And at this point, I get the bottle of rum that I took from the sewers out, and I set it on the podium, and I open it up. All of that stuff makes us stronger. It makes us able to stand up to the things that are wrong in this world and say no. And then I pour a glass of rum. We all know there's more to this town than meets the eye. And tonight, when that sense of unease is at its highest, I'm telling you that we can rise above it. That we have to. We are more than the playthings of shadows. And I raise my glass. We are Arkham. And that means there's not a damn thing out there that can scare us. And then I have a drink. And as soon as I drink the rum, original Isaac snaps back into place, and he's like, so, happy Halloween.
All right, people start clapping. Right as you finish up your speech, though, and people start clapping, you hear this voice say, "All right, everybody stand still!" And immediately flooding in from the main doors is like a police chief and a bunch of deputies and officers dressed in full uniform. He's like, "Yeah, everybody stand still, no talking. Everybody, there's something we need to do. We need to discuss." And then as they kind of move aside, a man walks in. All of you make a sanity check as your eyes come across the very normal-looking face of Dr. Sabin Traber Walkenfuss.
What?
Shut up.
Did you change his name?
He did say Walkenfuss.
He did.
Oh, sorry, Dr. Sabin Traber.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank God I actually passed.
I failed. Did everybody else pass?
Yeah, I passed.
I mean, I'm not in the room.
You're not in the room!
You take 3 points of sanity.
I'm the wild card.
But while you, there has to be some sort of reaction.
I sacrificed my car for you to die.
Why would you say that out loud? Well, because I'm crazy.
Because he was,
Yeah.
it was a moment of insanity. All right, Doctor. Can you find the people you're looking for in this crowd?
Not it.
Touch your mask nose.
Yeah.
He looks just like he did the first time you guys met him. There's no like
Does he have a glove on?
deformities. He's not wearing gloves.
Oh.
Got normal looking hands.
Do those normal-looking hands have jewelry on them?
No infinity ring.
Ooh.
No.
Good question.
Okay.
He's not wearing his doctor lab coat. He's just wearing a normal suit. Like, yes, well, a few men in this crowd actually have assisted in the escape of mental patients from the Arkham Asylum. We are here to regain them and also take into custody those who assisted in their escape.
Can I just ask, where is everybody?
I have made a beeline for Gale. I'm trying to hide her from them.
While he's saying this, is John on the stage or at least backstage?
John is on the
nearby?
stage.
I turn back to John and I say as quietly as I can, John, is there a back exit to this place?
Maybe, I don't know. That's the entrance I came in over there.
I was hoping you'd be more helpful, buddy.
All right, no talking about yourselves. Everybody stand still till we get this sorted out. Don't want mental patients running around town. So you're wearing a mask.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't actually see you, but he clearly spots Galeanne.
Oh, we didn't get her a
She
mask.
forgot to
Yeah.
mask.
Son of a bitch.
Damn it.
And he definitely knows where Isaac is because Isaac was up on stage with a podium. He points at Galeanne and he's like, that lady there. Meanwhile, Hondo.
Hey, guys.
So you went to find Dr. Armitage.
I did.
Where did you go?
I went to his orifice.
Okay, you go to his office and you find him there and he's poring over
Yes.
books. There's a bundle next to him and he's got the statue of the Egyptian with the dagger that has no face.
Oh, okay.
As you walk in the office, he's so deep in what he's researching and then he looks up and sees you in disbelief, but it's not like disbelief at seeing you. It's like he just realized something and you just walked in.
Oh,
and he's
cool.
like, Charles, where's everybody else?
Not much for parties, Henry?
We're in great danger here.
Rat.
We need to go right now.
Where?
And he stands up immediately and grabs the bundle and he like kind of grabs your arm forcibly and kind of leads you back out of the office.
I grabbed the thing that looks like the thing in my brain. In my
The statue?
dream, the statue. And
All
I'm
right.
being dragged somewhere.
back towards the ballroom.
Back towards the ballroom.
Yes.
I have no reason not to go there.
As they point out Galeanne, remarkably, you guys hear her say, "No, I want to go with him." Like a confidence you've never ever seen in her before. Doctor, I'm not well. When I was with you, I felt like I was getting better, and I know that I need that now. I know that I'm crazy, and I need your help. And as she's talking, she's moving closer to him,
Cool.
and she's like, "I didn't want to leave, Doctor. They made me leave. I wanted to stay with you so you could help me." So she gets like right up next to him, and the party splits a little bit and lets her walk through. And she gets up next to him. "There's just one problem, Doctor. You are not Dr. Sabentraber." And she grabs his face and pulls down, and the face pulls away from the body, revealing this featureless face.
Gushy and
Yeah, and there's
fluid
blood
going,
dripping.
and-
The police are like all over the place. They can't believe the police chief tries to pull his gun out. The now faceless Dr. Sabentraber grabs Leanne. As the face gets pulled away, there are people in the crowd that throw off their robes and pull off their mask, and they're zombies.
Does Josh spend the next hour doing insanity checks for everyone in the
I know,
ballroom?
right? People are freaking out, but emboldened by Isaac Wexler's amazing, rousing speech,
There we go.
the people of Arkham, rather than running and screaming, actually grab whatever they can find near them and start attacking against the probably 25 to 30 zombies.
That's
in
what
the
I
crowd.
wanted.
How many people are in the? How many crowd members are there total?
500 to 600 maybe? And immediately the people turn on the zombies. But the non-Dr. Sabentraber is trying to pull Galeanne out of the door, which he is standing right by, and so is she. Dr. Henry and Hondo appear at the entrance that leads into the main part of the university. "Charles, it's a changeling. I found documentation. It's a changeling can change its face." All right, he is shouting, "Kieran!" Can you hear him? Let's see if he's Kieran! He hands you the bundle and he unwraps it, and there's just a really finely crafted sword. It's not super ornate. It looks more functional.
Nice.
It's really like got silver bright and black leather. It's really nice. And he's like, take this to Kieran.
Okay, so
Because
I
he
have
couldn't find her.
I have a book
Sweet.
and I have my book somewhere.
Yeah, he's like, and Charles, a pig, really? Now go find Kieran.
Charles just shrugs because he's already just fed up with the pig, and he runs into the crowd he has a book with him, but he also has the figurine and the sword. He says, "Kieran, use this."
You went right to me, right?
Yeah,
He did.
he knows what you look like. He knew where you
And
were.
there's chaos.
Okay.
People are fighting everywhere. So
I mean, there's zombies biting some people and they're screaming and stuff, but there's other guys hitting with books or they raided the refreshment table and they're hitting with silver platters and
Glasses
stuff.
and the
Yeah,
masks
broken bottles.
Kieran takes the sword, and it is like her arm is once more complete.
Yay! Are you gonna cast your spell?
She just kind of grins, and she's like, "Oh yeah."
So to cast this spell, it's gonna take quite a little bit.
what do you mean?
How much time?
It's not time. It's gonna be it's gonna cost you in POW.
Power.
the
In
Power?
power? It costs power?
Yeah.
That's
it's-
a base attribute.
Power's
I
magic.
know. A lot of these spells actually
They take from your base?
they can
Oh.
if they're
What?
good stuffs.
How much does it take for the Excalibur spell?
I'm homegrowing an item. So
Did you say
basically she
groaning?
is
Homegrown?
home growing an item. Home spawning. It's homespun. So basically I made up a spell for her to use in the Call of Cthulhu. Basically she's enchanting a sword to make it more powerful so that it can fight against magical beings and do more damage and be easier to hit with it. But because it's such an amazing magical item that you're creating, and it normally in the Call of Cthulhu, these sorts of things take time. Like you have to cast it over time. We don't have that much time here. We've been doing this the whole time we're in Call of Cthulhu. So I'm going to make this an instant spell, but because it's an instant and it's such an amazing item, you're going to have to spend a lot. How much power do you have?
I've got 65 POW, so
All right, so I'm gonna like make you permanently burn like 30 of that POW
Okay.
to have this magic sword.
So Kieran gets this sword, and
The
she's very
sword.
excited about it. And she takes it and she cuts her palm with the blade,
Okay.
and then she starts speaking an incantation. And as she is speaking, she's running her hand along the blade slowly. The blade's lighting up with power, and then once it like reaches the tip, it's glowing for just a second, but then it fades down to just being these glowing runes that are along the blade.
Pink,
So
sparkly,
cool.
because she can't get away from
no
it.
sparkles for this one. The
Okay.
sparkles are always like flare, but it's
Okay.
just
Sorry.
it's like that nice glowing
Okay.
pink look. And she's like, "Yeah, this will work."
Nice.
Oh, the horn of justice is gonna slice right through you.
Thank you so much for listening to episode 18 of Tales of Nowhere. We are coming up on the end of the Call of Cthulhu arc, and I'm very excited for whatever's in store next. But we got a lot of stuff to wrap up first. In fact, it won't be too long before we are doing another coffee break. So I thought I'd reach out to you guys and see if you guys had any specific questions you'd like us to answer about the Call of Cthulhu system. It can be anything from mechanics to what we had to change to make the game work, or anything in between, whatever you can think of. Any questions about that or any other feedback you want to give us, you can email us at mail, M-A-I-L, at talesofnowhere.com. You can also find us on Twitter under the handle at nowherepodcast, or our subreddit, reddit.com/r/talesofnowhere. I always put an episode discussion up for every episode that airs, and it's always really fun to see exactly what you found good or bad or whatever about any particular episode. We also have a Discord channel now. Some really good people there, very good group. You can find the info for that on our subreddit, again, reddit.com/r/talesofnowhere. The intro and closing theme songs for this podcast were provided by Sean Jackson. He composed them. And the rest of the music was composed by the incredibly hardworking and talented John Good. He and Kelsey doubled up and put a lot of effort into the song featured in this episode. And we were all blown away by how awesome the final product turned out. They really went above and beyond for this episode. So as we get ever closer to the end of the Call of Cthulhu arc, I hope you'll all join us next week as we get the last few pieces of the puzzle together. Until then,